now, Shooting It Straight with Donnie C. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Shooting It Straight with Donnie C. I am your host, Donnie C, and I want to thank you all for coming out, hanging out with us. And when I say us, it's always with my good friend Dave. Dave, hello, how are you today?
I'm wonderful.
That's great. Wonderful. He's wonderful. That's good. I hope everybody else is also wonderful. I hope everybody's having a good day or a good week. I know we're coming in the middle of the week. It's hump day. So happy hump day if you're watching us on the day that it came out. And I appreciate that you do. I appreciate even if you don't come the same day. I hope that you get to watch us and check us out. And hope that you have a good time with us and you forget about your worries and your woes. I don't know what a woe is, Dave, but everybody's got them. So woe is me and woe is you, and hopefully you forget about all of those woes while you're watching the shows. So, do you like that?
Yes.
I'm like Harry Mack. I'm rapping right off the top, right off the dome. So basically a little bit about the shows. Me and my friend Dave, we've been friends for forever. We basically started saying that people should listen to what we say because it's important. No, it's not important. Because it's crucial. No, it's not crucial. It's just fun. It's fun. And the world is screwed up and we want to have a fun, good time with you. So this is what we're doing. And with that, how do you get involved? Well, you could subscribe, you could like, you can comment, you can watch us live. You ring the bell for notifications. We let you know when you're going live. And you can also send in your questions. You send your questions to shootingitstraightwdc@gmail.com right there. What happens is my good friend Dave, he gets the emails. He reads me the questions as we do the show. I have no idea what's coming. I kind of ad-lib the whole way and make it up as I go, which is some of the best stuff I do because if I think too much, it's dangerous. Ask my wife. She'll tell you, and Dave agrees. So on today's show, we got a segment that we're doing. It's going to be the countdown. Everybody loves a good countdown. You can play along and see if you can get the number one answers. Dave's going to ask me some questions. I've got 30 seconds. Every time we do the show, Dave seems to ask more questions and slow down when he
That's not true. That's not true. The last couple of times I've been consistent.
He did a little better, right? Yeah, he's been consistent the last couple. But what happens is I have to get the number one answer on the board. So it's almost like a game show that you might be familiar with. Mm-hmm. It's Friends and Something.
Yep.
And it's an argument. So, you can play along and have some fun with us with that. We've got your questions also, and then we got some topics that we're going to try and get into also. So,
if we have time, yes.
If we have time, but without further ado, I say we just hit the questions and hit the ground running. What do you say, Dave?
That's right. Let's go to shooting range.
Welcome to the shooting range.
That's right. We keep changing this, but
we're keeping it fresh. We're keeping it new.
I'm used to the last couple episodes where it's the other way, and I totally forgot.
Dave finally got used to us being one on top of the other show, across the other side and everything else, and now we switched it again. That's right. You never know what's happening in the shooting range until we figure it out.
Keeps throwing me off here. All right, Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm sure. I'm ready.
All right. Question number one. How do you handle conflict? What are you doing?
I'm moving you so you can put the question up.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot. That was a part of the brainstorm that we did.
Thank God we did the brainstorming before the show.
That was like a week ago.
It wasn't right before the show. We did it a week ago.
Yeah, it was like a week ago. We should have brainstormed like 5 seconds to say, hey, remember, we're doing this.
Dave, hold up.
Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah. What's up?
I'm going to move us in a minute. Be ready.
Oh, that's right, because the questions have to go on the bottom. Yeah.
That's correct.
Right.
Okay. And action.
All right, and boom. There we go. Wow. Why are you shaking your head for?
This is what you pay for, folks. This is why YouTube is free. Spotify is free. If you're not watching on Spotify, you're really missing out. You don't know what you're missing on this.
Yeah, just see me go up, over, and then back up again.
Just keep moving Dave around.
I'm the pendulum, man. The thing on the clock.
You're getting very sleepy. You tell your friends about Shooting It Straight with Donnie C.
All right, enough of that. I'm going to go back to the question.
Go ahead, bring the questions in.
All right, how do you handle conflict or opposing opinions with a significant other?
Well, we've talked about a couple things where it has to do with the significant other, and I've always stated, and I stick to my guns with this, communication is key, and always realize there's two perspectives. There's her perspective or his perspective and your perspective. I don't know if you're straight, gay, bi, tri, poly, what's the other ones? Pan. There's so many. I don't even know what they are. I can't keep track of what they are. Whatever your significant other is. Furry.
Oh my God.
Could be anything.
Answer the question.
It could be anything. The easiest, not the easiest, but the most reasonable way to handle a conflict is to respect the other person's opinion and thoughts and feelings.
And
address them. What's that?
And tell them they're wrong.
And then tell them they're 100% wrong, and it doesn't matter. We're doing it my way.
Right.
That's it. And that's how it goes.
Right.
Cut and dry. No. No. You definitely. You listen to what they have to say. You try and figure out why they feel that way or why they're bringing it to you in that direction.
Right.
Try and express your feelings and the direction you're coming from, and hopefully the two of you can have an actual adult-like communication where you talk about it and you actually get to a discussion point where it's a compromise. And you go, okay, on this one, I see your point, so I understand, and we'll go that way. Or on the, I don't see your point, and even though you're telling me it still doesn't make sense, I still see it this way, and maybe they understand your point, and they didn't see that, and you come to a compromise. But I mean, it's got to be communication. Like, it can't be name calling. It can't be like, no, you stupid bitch. Like, no. Like, that's not going to work. And if that's how you have a relationship, that one, get out of it.
Yeah.
Two, it's the wrong relationship. And three, it'll never work.
Yeah. I'm sure there's been instances where, like, you come in guns blazing, think you're right about everything, and then all of a sudden you actually have those 2 minutes of communication and realize, you know what?
I am right.
Maybe I should. I see where you're coming from. I'm going to dial this down a little bit.
Right.
We got
back a notch.
Yeah.
And when you're dealing with something that's important to you, a lot of times you come in hot and heavy because it's important to you. So you have a lot of passion behind it, and a lot of times people mistake passion for anger or
right. Exactly. Right.
And just come across the wrong way. And even I did this past week. I did it with Carrie Ann. I said something. I was like, "Listen, I'm sorry. It's not how I meant it. Like, this is what I meant."
Right.
I brought it back a notch because I realized I was like, "Whoa, it came out swinging on that one." Speaking of swinging, on a side note, our buddy Marcus, the Maniac Mcghee, has another MMA fight coming up in November. I don't want to say the wrong date, but I think it's November 16th at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
He's going to be at the Garden.
Good. That's awesome news. Yes.
Hopefully we'll get a win and we see what's going on. And we wish you luck, Marcus. Let's go. Let's go.
Bring it home. All right. Next question. What is the one thing you think everyone should master before they dive into a relationship?
Baiting. You should be a masturbator.
Oh my God. I was like, what?
I know. I totally got you on that one. Yes.
I'm sitting there like, baiting?
Yeah. Yeah, baiting a hook, Dave. You want to go fishing. If you're going to catch the right relationship, you have to have the right bait. You have to be a masturbator.
Right. I mean, after all this time, people are probably going to realize that my brain waves are on a different level as yours, but eventually I will catch up.
We're both right there. There's just an on-ramp for you sometimes to get there.
Right.
That's all.
It's like Arizona with the stoplights.
Accessible.
Yeah, you got the stoplight. I had to stop and then get on.
Right. There's no merge. You don't just merge. You have to stop and, green light says go. Stupid.
So there you go.
The one thing you should master. I don't know if in life you ever really master anything, to be honest. Like, to break this question down to the bare minimum, how do you master something? Especially before you get into a relationship. Like, we were dating in high school or younger. Like, not we. We both had different relationships with other people
when
we were younger. Sounds better.
A little bit.
I hit the rewind button.
Yeah.
I think that you should, again, communication. I think that's key. And I think as a younger kid, you don't have that. You just don't understand it, and it's hard to get it without it being taught to you. And a lot of old timers, at least our generation and older, like you go to your grandparents, the man just said whatever he wanted, and the woman just said okay.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that that's right.
No,
I'm just saying that's how it was. And if
That's
you
how it
don't
was,
like it
right.
and you're mad at me because I said the truth, you. Now, but that's how it was.
Yeah.
Then our parents' generation, it was like a step down from that, where the man still had the majority of the say, from what I understand, from how we grew up. I also grew up in an Italian family, so
Yeah.
but and then the woman kind of just still did the household chores and did the cooking and the cleaning. Now my father helped with the cooking and the cleaning also, like it was a mixed bag. They would work together, but it wasn't necessarily his job. He was just helping.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's our generation, and it's like, okay, it's a lot more even and equal.
Even keeled. Yeah.
And now the younger generation, the guys are more like women, and the women are more like guys, because the women want to work more.
Right.
And I got women's rights. I want to be equal. So then they have to overshadow what the men do. And then the men are like, well, I want to be sensitive and caring to your needs, so I'll just stay at home and help you, whatever you want. And the roles just kind of are reversing.
Right.
So how do you, I don't know. Growing up, I just think that to master anything, it would be difficult. I think to have good communication skills is key.
It's kind of a trick question in a way, because if you're dating somebody or if you're preparing to date somebody, what may work on one person will not work on the next person. So
Correct.
You really can't master anything, because if you try that same technique, it's not going to work. So
Right. Yeah. It's like trying to pick somebody up. You could be the master of a pickup on the beach.
Right.
But then you go to a bar and it's a different pickup. Mm-hmm. Or you go to a nightclub and it's a different pickup. Or you go in a library, it's a different like everything is a different pickup.
Yeah. Well, even if you're dating one person, whatever rhythm you guys had and you break up, you get another one.
Right.
That's necessarily not going to work.
Right. Especially if it's a bad breakup. If it's a bad breakup, usually the person goes for the exact opposite of what it was. Yeah. Which is why I don't know if you ever picked up on this, Dave. You ready?
Okay, good.
Here we go. I'm going to bring some knowledge to you, Dave. I don't know if you've ever realized this or not.
The more you know. Go ahead.
It might be. You never know. But when we used to go out, and there was a woman that would go out and hang out with like a group at a bar or whatever, and she was out a lot, but she had a boyfriend. You know she's got a boyfriend or whatever else. Okay, you respect that, and you don't do anything. And you just keep it casual.
Right.
But if she comes in and she has a completely different hairdo, you know what that means, Dave?
She's single.
She's single. 80 to 85% of the women, and I'm just making this number up because statistics are made up on the spot, at least 85 to 90% of the time. Or 40, whatever.
Are you pulling these numbers out of your ass?
Completely. 75% of the time, statistics are made up on the spot. But actually, there is a lot more. The statistics are in my favor on this one. If a woman comes in who was in a relationship and she has a drastic haircut, that means that she's starting a new way, she's changing her ways, and she started with her hair because she's single.
That could be said for a guy too, man. He could shave, shed a few lbs, and hey, my man's single again.
To shave and shed a few lbs, how long does that take?
Not that long. I mean, it should take you 5 minutes to shave, but but
to lose the pounds though,
it's gonna take some effort.
To lose the weight, it's gonna take some time. A haircut, instant.
Right.
She breaks up on a Friday. She goes to the hair salon on Saturday. Saturday night. She's in the game. That was a hint for me back in the day. That was the key that I used.
Oh, I noticed the new hairstyle. How you doing?
Yeah, how's everything going? Everything all right? You look good. Yeah, nice. Oh no, so and I just broke up. He's such a dick, or this, that, the other, or what? Oh, really? I'm so sorry to hear that.
And then exactly. And in your head, there's 1 for 1, and you start calculating all your percentiles.
That's it. Check that off the list. Haircut correct. Not happy correct. Next on the list. What are you doing? Who are you here with?
Yeah.
Oh, you just hanging out with the girls like normal? You want to hang out with the guy? Check.
It's an art. Anyway. All right.
They made a movie, The Pickup Artist, years ago.
Last question for you.
Yes.
All right. If an engagement is broken off, does the
Yes.
person who proposed get the ring back?
Oh, that's a good one. And a lot of people don't notice. You ready, Dave? I'm going to drop some college knowledge.
Oh my God. How many The More You Knows can we get in one episode?
So back when I went to college, hold on. Let me see. When I was a youngster in college and I was learning how to do the law.
We're going on, what, 25 years now since you've been in college?
Yeah, pretty much. So 25 years ago, give or take. The law was, and I don't know if it's still the law, and this was in Jersey, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
An engagement ring was a promissory note of an actual promise to get married. Mm-hmm. It was a verbal contract between two people saying they were going to do the same thing, and that was the binding part of the contract. So as an engaged person, if you wanted to break up, you by law could get the ring back because the contract was broken.
Right.
So you could get it back.
I would think two things here. One, if you're breaking up with said individual, they were going to throw the fucking ring back at you anyway.
It's a possibility. Or and they say this ring's worth a lot of money.
Right. Or two, they're saying that I got possession, 9/10. What was it? Possession is 9/10 of the law or whatever. Those are the two things. Yeah.
100% of the time, it works 80% of the time. Right.
Right.
But yeah, by law, years ago at least, and I don't know if the law has changed, but by law, you were able to get the ring back. Now, I know somebody who actually just did this. So if this is you, I know who you are who asking this question. And if it's a question, this guy has been in and out of a couple marriages already and was just recently engaged, and the engagement broke off. They broke it up. And I don't know why. I don't know all the details of it. I didn't want to get into too personal of it.
Right.
But it ended. Okay, great. At first, she left the ring, and then he felt bad. He's like, "No, it was your ring and everything." And so then he gave it back to her, and then he goes, "Well, that was stupid." So then he asked for it back, and then she goes, "Now you can go fuck yourself."
Wow.
Now she has the ring.
Yeah, because at that point, he voluntarily gave it to her. So
as a gift.
Yeah.
It's your ring. He said you have possession of it. So by law, I don't think there is a way. Now,
that he can get it back, right?
Right. Now, the only other loophole, this way nobody's getting... If you do this, shame on you. But if you get engaged on a holiday or a birthday or something, if you ask the person to get engaged on a holiday... then it can be considered a gift, and you can't get it back by law. That was the only stipulation. Because then it could be perceived as not just a verbal contract, but also as a gift. And you can't take back a gift in a relationship by law. But you can verbal contract.
Wow.
A lot smarter than I look, Dave.
Dropping some
knowledge, it's
knowledge,
hard to
man.
believe.
I am much more smarter than I was 18 minutes and 30 seconds ago.
That's right. Much more smarter. You're the smartest you've ever been. Thank you, Shooting It Straight.
Oh boy! All right, that's all I got for you.
All right. Well then, what do we got? We got the countdown.
Let's go to the countdown, baby.
Let's go to the countdown. All right, now. Oh, I didn't change the background.
You didn't change. Oh, boo.
Womp, womp.
We didn't discuss that in the pregame.
No, we didn't discuss.
Change the background. Make sure you change it after we switch.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right, I'm going to read you a series of 6 question-ish thingies, and you have to try to give me the number one answer for each thing.
All right.
And then when we're done, we'll go over and see how you did. So your job is to add the clock. And
Yes.
Start that bad boy.
I will add the clock.
Gotta pause it.
I added it, and then let me stop that.
Pause and bring it.
Thank
on.
you. Let's start that back. This is a rough go around. This is our first. If you've been watching the show for a while, It's like you haven't, because we're brand new here.
For the record, we haven't done this segment in like 2.5, 3 months, so we're a little rusty with this.
That's true.
So, all right, are you ready?
Last time I think I got 4 out of 6.
I think so. You did pretty well, if I remember correctly. Because this is the one segment where I kind of give you an olive branch to make you feel smart.
Thank you. I need all the help I can get.
So I don't know. These are some different ones. So let's see how you do on these ones.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. When I start reading. Name something you do when you run out of toilet paper.
Use your underwear.
Okay.
Oh, you're talking about if you're not in the John, like run out of toilet paper there? Oh,
if you're on the toilet.
Okay, paper towel or wipe. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Damn, this is gonna be tough. Go.
All right. Name something you do only when nobody is looking.
Pick your nose. That's gonna be a pick your nose or yeah.
Okay. Number 3. Name something a cat does that would be creepy if a person did it.
Clean himself by licking.
Okay. Number 4. What's the worst chore you could do at home?
I hate the dishes, but dusting.
Number 5. What's something you might exaggerate about yourself on a dating profile?
Your height.
Okay.
One more, Dave, come on!
Number 6, we'll let it run. Name something you wouldn't want to do in front of a crowd.
Poop, fart? I don't know.
Is fart your final answer?
No, because people do that all the time. Poop. Poop. I don't know. I mean, that's not the number one answer. I know it's not the number one answer.
No, it's definitely not the number one answer.
And it is what it is.
Well, we had to let it run because we got off to a little slow of a start.
Rough start. Okay.
Yeah. All right. We need to go to...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, good.
This, we'll take that off. All right. So, number 1, name something you do when you run out of toilet paper. You said, go get a paper towel.
Wipes or paper towel.
Yell for help. Use tissues. Number 2. Hop to another bathroom. Can you imagine? That would be rough because my other bathroom's upstairs or downstairs, so I'd have to...
That's a lot of steps.
That's a lot of hopping.
What are you doing? I'm getting shitty steps in. Yell for help. That's a good answer. That's
yeah, if you're by yourself, you're screwed. But, if your kids or your wife's home, like, hey!
Yeah. Just...
Why did you leave the toilet paper empty? Give me one!
Yeah.
All right, number 2. Name something you do when nobody is looking. You said pick your nose, and I do believe that is up there. Yep, pick your nose, number 1. Dance freely. I can see you doing that as well.
I do that with a crowd.
Talk to yourself. I do that often.
I do that too. It's the smartest conversation I can have in a day.
Do you practice kissing when you're by yourself?
No. No, I don't. I use the girls out. I mean, no.
Name something a cat does that would be creepy if a person did it.
It's going to be poop in a litter box, but I didn't think that was creepy anymore because they allow that in schools.
Well, you said clean and licking yourself, and you were actually... Where'd you go?
Next one.
You were right. Lick yourselves.
Nice.
Stare without blinking. That's fucking creepy, dude.
What do you mean?
My one cat does that, and I'm like, dude, stop. Because it's...
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
It's normal.
Yeah. All right, number 4. What's the worst chore you can do at home?
I can't even see the screen anymore. I'm just staring.
Worst chore you can do at home is... Pop up. Cleaning the bathroom.
Doing dishes is good too. Okay, so everybody hates that.
Dishes. What'd you say, dusting?
I said dusting. Yeah. My thing is I hate doing the dishes, but I thought dusting would be number 1.
Yeah, the bathroom, I 100% agree. I can't stand that shit. I got, I have the sliding glass in the shower. I have the sliding glass doors, and that is just a pain in the ass to clean, and it's just, yeah.
I think the trick for that, Dave, is shaving cream. I think
shaving cream. Like I heard WD-40.
Maybe that was it too. I heard that also. It stops the water spots.
I just don't have the stones to try it because if I do it and screw it up, then I'm gonna keep that.
Get yelled at. Well,
I don't want to
Dave,
get yelled at.
After the beginning of the show, you should learn that communication is key. You have a conversation with
I'm
your
gonna come
wife.
in hot. God damn it! I was trying to clean it and then press you.
WD-40 in it, and it was supposed to work. She said, stop yelling at me.
Why did I pull that up? All right, number 5. What's something you might exaggerate about on your dating profile? I believe you got this one as well. You said height, and that is correct.
A lot of people lie about their heights. I don't understand why.
I don't get it either. Because if you say you're 6'2" and you roll up at 5'5",
Well, I don't think anybody's exaggerating. I'm not saying some of them aren't. Some of them are. But I'm 5'10".
right?
I wouldn't put 6 foot.
Right.
I'm 5'10".
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you want somebody who's 6 foot, then the first initial reaction they have to you is, well, they're a liar.
Yeah.
I can't trust you.
Mm-hmm.
You're not there for a good time. You're not there to be you're right off the bat. It's the whole trick with the first impressions are everything.
Yeah.
That's why you hold your drink in your left hand. Do you remember that trick, Dave? Do you remember that one?
No, I do not.
Damn it, Dave. This is why.
Dude, I'm 50. Why do I need to know this shit?
Because I told you this shit when we were in our 20s.
Right, 30 years ago.
The rule is always hold the drink in your left hand.
Right.
Because a beer is cold, a vodka tonic's cold, whatever you're drinking, it's a cold drink, it's a beverage, it's a cold drink.
Okay.
You want it in your left hand because when you're introduced to a woman and you shake hands, you say hello with your right hand.
Why?
If you have a drink in your hand the whole time over here, it's cold, it's damp, it's clammy, you're shaking hands. Your first impression for that woman is a cold, wet hand. Oh, yeah, she's going to sleep with you. No, you know what you're going to do with that cold, wet hand?
Well, you just
become a master baiter.
No, you just pull I'm going to wipe your hand and then shake.
If a woman sees you do that, she thinks you just have a sweat, you're nervous and sweaty and disgusting. And you're like, no!
I'm so sorry you got me so nervous,
See, bad. You can't even control yourself. Women like men with confidence, and you're a big vagina. No good.
Okay. All right. This is
why I picked up the women, David.
This is the most elaborate countdown we've ever done. Number 6. I did it again. What are we doing here? Name something you wouldn't want to do in front of a crowd. You said poop. That is not it. Think of what was the name of that country bar that we went to, and we cracked up laughing every time.
Oh, fall.
Yeah. I put up the trip and fall.
Yeah. We went to a bar because we don't stand out like
No.
But we went one of the first time Dave came out here. There's a bar. There's a couple bars out here that do actual bull riding.
Bull riding, yeah.
And, being from New York and New Jersey and stuff like that, you don't get a lot of bull riding guys.
No.
But me and Dave went to the bar.
For the record, it's a nice bar. It was fun. I had a blast there.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's a fun time. It's a lot of fun watching the bulls. There's a lot of beautiful women. I'll say there's a lot of good-looking guys, too, because I don't want to be rude or sexist. Mm-hmm. There's cowboys out there, I reckon. And me and Dave were there, so obviously there's good-looking guys there.
That's right.
And there was a route, because it's not all paved. It's not like the clubs in Jersey or New York where it's all paved and it's beautiful. No, you're outdoors in part of this thing, and there's trees and stuff like that. And there was a route, I guess, coming up. And there was people tripping all night. Not tripping like on acid, literally tripping on the route. I'm like, they need to put a cone up or something.
And we had ringside seats because we were basically right there in front of them. And I felt bad for some of these people because they just bought like a beer or a drink, and they come walking back, and I'm like, done. Here comes the next one.
Dave's not telling them to help. He's not telling me, hey, listen, remind them or mention to them that there's a stump or something. Like,
look out!
Yeah. Nope. Just watch them fall, Don. Watch what's going to happen next. But I'm the bad one.
That was a good time, man.
It was a good time. And the bull riding's amazing. Like they're semi-professional bull riders and stuff like that. And they even had. Were you there when they had the sheep? You weren't.
They had the kids. They had the kids riding the sheep. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. They had listen. As a kid growing up or whatever else, if you have a hard time sleeping, everybody always tells you count sheep jumping over a fence or whatever. Like count the sheep and they're jumping over the fence. And I never understood why. Until I saw this. I was 40 years old. 38 years old when I learned
Yeah.
that sheep actually jump like ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And they had these kids strangling the sheep, like holding off a deal, like just. And these kids had bigger balls than me and Dave.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell
It
yeah.
was ridiculous. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the hell? It was crazy, but it was awesome. And a year later, Dave came back and we went to the same bar and they got rid of the bump. So it was
They got rid of the bump, yeah, and they made it like steps and they highlighted them yellow so that people could see them.
Something must have happened. And then the bartender remembered my drink because I was probably the only guy at a country bar with bull riding that was ordering vodka tonics. I have a Tito and tonic? Thanks. Or whatever it was at the time.
Like, y'all not
tonic or whatever.
Y'all not from around here, are you?
I reckon I'm not. And I had my cowboy boots on and stuff. I got some blood ox boots. They're red boots. I wear my cowboy boots when I go out there because I'm a cowboy and I don't have the hat or the buckle. Yeah. But
you knew it was going to be an interesting place when you rolled up in there and you got a dude a cowboy on a horse directing you to where to park your car.
Right, yep. That's how it starts off. Right off the bat, right out the gate. You're on the dirt path or whatever else, and he's on it. Over there.
Over there.
Okay, buddy. I'll park over there. Don't kick my car.
Yeah. So, all right. So, get back to the countdown. You did three out of 6 you got. So, 50%. 50%.
Baseball again, I'd be amazing.
So, speaking of sports, you want to do that one topic and then call it a day?
Go ahead, bring it up.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so
football just started.
Yeah,
football season just started. We're recording this prior to Monday Night Football. I don't know how our Jets did this weekend.
Not yet. Nope.
Do you know what was our bet? Do you remember what our bet was? Do you have it right in front of you or no?
I do not.
Okay.
It's on one of my papers here. Sorry.
Okay. No worries.
Oh wait. I think we both picked them to lose because they're playing San Francisco.
Right.
So week 1. We're very confident going into it.
I want to know, and here's why. I'm going to have to get a copy of that list because I am legitimately betting on every bet that we made.
Are you really?
Yeah, of course I am. Yeah. I'm a gambler, Dave. And me and you have $2 a bet, $2 a game.
Mm-hmm.
If obviously, if we agree, we can't bet against each other, but whatever.
Right.
Okay. All right, so go ahead. Go on to the topic.
All right, so yeah, you sent me a clip with Larry David. He's a known comedian, and obviously, not obviously, but he was talking about football, and he was saying that if he was the commissioner of the league, he would get rid of the field goal post. No field goal kicking, no nothing like that. You can still punt. He said, "I'll leave punting in for now."
Right.
Because you still got to do that.
To be determined. TBD.
TBD, right. But it does bring an interesting twist to the game because you got to keep going for it, basically.
That's it.
You know? Or you punt and that's it. And then if you score a touchdown, there's no extra point. You go for 2 every time. So,
every time.
You know, what are your thoughts on what he was talking about in that clip?
I think it's genius, honestly, because the field goal, I mean, I get it, and it adds another element to the game. Right. I get that. But
it also takes jobs away to get rid of that. But
I mean, okay, whatever. Go play soccer. You're a kicker. Okay, good.
Problem solved.
Or football, wherever, depending on where you're from. England started soccer, then they changed it back to football, and now Americans still hold on to soccer. But whatever.
Right.
Okay. Get rid of them. The game is so much more intense then. You're either going to go or you're going to punt. If you're close enough, it's worth the risk.
Right.
It makes it such a more engaging game than just, especially these kickers now who are 50 yards out and everything else.
Yeah, more kickers are. It's more common for the kickers to actually make an over 50 from 50 to a 60 yarder these days.
Correct.
You know. Yeah.
So I mean, it's just stupid. Like as soon as you get the ball, you make 2 or 3 plays. You move the ball up a little bit, calling the kicker. You're not even like you're not even over the 50-yard line yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like. You shouldn't get points. You didn't even make it past the half field.
Right.
Midfield. What is it called? Midfield?
Yeah. It's half court,
line,
court in basketball. So yeah,
right,
50-yard line.
50-yard line or midfield or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Close
Sports.
Yeah. Right.
Stupid. You didn't even make it that far. Why? You don't deserve points.
Mm-hmm.
Your team isn't. The defense stopped you. Either go for it or give the ball up. Those are your choices. You don't deserve shit.
Yeah. It's just the more you think of it, because like if you score a touchdown, you get the extra point. That was like, it was a no-brainer. Like, you were going to get that extra point, but they even moved that back. So, yes, the percentage has come down for the extra point going through, but they even knew that it was, that's why they moved it back. They moved it back because it was too easy. Right, it was gimme. So I think they moved it from like the 20 to the 35 or something like that. But it's like,
you have guys going in there that are kicking 50 yards.
Right, but the point is like
30 is so tough.
Right, but the point is that they even know themselves that it's just, you know, they're just going through the motions with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So instead of doing that, make or break it. Done. You get one chance, and even further, you make a touchdown, you get 6 points. That's it. Or take away the field goals and just make every touchdown 7 points. And you're done.
Right.
What do you have to go for the extra 2 for? What do you need
the 2? Yeah, you scored. You already got in there. Why do I need to
get in there?
Again?
Congratulations. 7 points. Good job. Good job. Done. They get the ball back. That's it. It seems stupid. The extra point is stupid. The 2-point conversion, like having the extra point and a 2-point conversion, I get it.
Right.
I get
the 2-point conversion only usually comes in if you miss that extra point. The 2-point conversion, and you want to get back to the 7-3 fucking ratio or whatever.
Or
that's
if you've got some momentum and you're killing the defense and you're like, it's a close game or whatever, and you're like, you know what? I think we got it and we have the opportunity. There's a weak spot we see. Let's get it. Let's hit them and get those 2 points. This way they have to do it also or kick the field goal.
Yeah. I still think you need the punter, though. The punter can't go away because,
I agree. The punter should stay in.
He should stay because, otherwise, if you go for it, the field position is going to be shitty. So you still need that part in the game. But the field goals, I can see that going bye-bye.
If you think about it, though, if you couldn't punt, how much harder and how much more important is it to continue getting first downs? Like, how much more of a game?
Oh, it's big time. That's because dude, if you
changes everything.
3 and out on your own 20, you're fucked.
Exactly. Your defense better be solid.
Yeah. So just think about taking that out. But if you do that, then you're, if your team is really bad, you're going to get blown out. It's going to be like,
trouble.
You're going to see much higher scores if they did that. So the punter has to be in there.
Right, the punter I say keep in, but getting rid of the field goal and the extra point, useless. Yeah. Useless. They should not, like he said, they should not rely on the punter who's in once in a while to decide the game. All the rest of the players have played the whole game. This guy comes in for one play and he makes or breaks it.
Yeah.
They're even stupid.
They're even changing the kickoff. Like this year, there's a new kickoff. I haven't watched any football yet, so I don't know what it's all about. Right. But they did change the kickoffs now because they're trying to make the kickoff safer, less injuries and shit like that. But it's almost to the point where they may even just take the kickoff out because everybody's just punting in and out, and it's a touchback all the time. So why is it in there?
Kicking it out. A good punter wouldn't kick it out.
Well,
back in the day, and I haven't watched anything in a long time. Even back then, I didn't watch a lot of it. I understand it, though. Why kick it out? If you're a good punter, you kick it up between a 5, 10-ish.
Yeah, but to that point, if you're kicking it off to, a really fast dude, you run the risk of him coming back. So everybody's just like, fuck it, I'm just going to bang it out the back of the uprights.
And again, what kind of game is that? It's not even entertaining. But then instead of making it a game, they change the rules and go, okay, now everybody just gets the ball here.
Right. No. Well, I'm gonna make up statistics now myself. They changed the kickoff, I think, last year or the year before. The statistic was I don't know. Let's say 65% was a touchback. So that was way too much because nobody was was running the ball out of the end zone. So that's why this year they're trying something different to get more returns. But I don't even think that's going to happen. There's a speculation that people just might continue and it might go up. So we might go to 75% of just, I don't know. 2 games have played so far. I didn't watch either one of them. So, but the Jets I'm going to watch. I want to see what this kickoff shit's all about.
Here's what I think. Everybody should be able to hit everybody. I don't care if you're the quarterback and you don't have the ball anymore. If somebody's about to hit you, knock his fucking head off.
Quarterbacks, I disagree. I'll disagree with you on that. Because
they're on the field.
Because
when playing football, it's a contact sport.
I
get contact and a concussion, don't play the game.
Right, but the quarterbacks are the bread and butter of the league. Without the elite quarterbacks in the league, the games drastically go down. If you took Mahomes out, Hurts, all the top quarterbacks, the play's going to go down because the backups can't compete the way they did. Look at what happened with the Jets last year.
You can say the same thing about the pitchers, though, in baseball. If you don't have good pitching, you're screwed. So instead of having 35 offensive men for I don't know how many's on the line, 6, 7, 8, I don't know, whatever they are. Add more offensive line, get a couple of those off, and get a couple more quarterbacks.
Nah, it doesn't. Dude, look what happened to the Jets last year. We were supposed to be this prolific offense. Dude goes out in 4 plays. After that, the season was over. You know, because the backups can't play to the level
Here's the
of the elite
problem with
guys.
that, Dave.
That's why but I'm not saying that's what the NFL is trying to protect. They're trying to protect their bread and butters. They want people watching the game, not watching the backups.
Right. I understand how important a quarterback is. I do. I believe me, I do. He's one player. And I'm not saying he can't make or break a team, but he's one player. And if the offensive line can protect him for 5 minutes, then it doesn't matter how good he is.
Dude, you're not going to have a quarterback running back for 5 minutes.
I know. All right, not 5 minutes. But you know what I'm saying. Like,
I know
you understand what I'm saying. If
right.
you have a good offensive line to protect a quarterback,
right.
he doesn't have to be as good anymore because now he has more time to make the right decisions.
True. I got
So, as much as the quarterback's important, the whole team is important. You either win as a team or lose as a team. And if the quarterback can't get hit, get off the field because you're on the field and you should be able to get hit. The kicker, too. What a pansy.
The kicker alone. Wow, I can't believe
you can't hit a kicker. You can't hit the quarterback if he got rid of the ball. Bullshit. Knock his head off.
All right. Who would have thought after, 89 some total episodes, we'd have a 10-minute conversation on sports? All right, go us.
Nothing but the best, Dave. Nothing but the best. All right. Well, also, real quick, I'll just hit you with this. We do have some social media. Check us out on social media. We've got TikTok and this, that, this, that. We've got them all. If we ain't got it, you don't want it. That's pretty much what it is. Check us out. We put clips up and we have a good time and stuff like that. We interact with everybody. So try and reach out to us. Don't forget, subscribe, hit the like button, ring the bell for notifications. Make sure you tell your friends because we want to expand this. We want to grow this podcast to a great thing. So hopefully everybody else has a good time and has some fun and laughs with us, not just us and you guys. Hopefully there's more of us. We do still have the poll going for when Dave's coming out. He's coming out in October. We're definitely doing a live show then also. Mm-hmm. Right now, Go-Karts is still in the lead. I haven't checked since I reposted that it was in the lead, but it was first. And then right behind it, there was a 3-way tie for second. So we'll see if that changes. Hopefully that changes. So go on our YouTube channel and vote for what excursion we're going to do when Dave comes out here. And also send in your questions, shootingitstraightwdc@gmail.com to find out what Donnie C really thinks about shooting it straight with you. And check out our merch. We got new merch. Check that out too. Catch you guys next week.
Peace, everybody.
You got to be able to take a hit. You're playing football. Come on.